Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the IVES number PULLPART.1087. This is a replacement mounting package for the IVES heavy-duty N style mount. Let's take a closer look at that. This bolt package does not occur in their service list, which the most current version of their parts service list is from 2013. And I do recall that I had to call the factory for this part number. So if you have an N mount, you have a 3/8 inch diameter set of bolts that are meant to be threaded to the exterior handle. There's two of them, they're identical, that are meant to be threaded to the exterior handle. This post will fit in, will reside on the interior side and project from the face of the door. Then with the included set screw through the base of the handle itself, it will nest into this area right here. Okay, it's not uncommon to sell these bolts because they do get broken. They get fatigue, they get broken, they get vandalized. 3/8 is pretty unusual though in order to replace these. If people are doing pull handles with 1/4 bolts, that's going to happen all the time. If you're doing a new installation on pulls, order them with the largest possible bolt that you can, because in my experience 1/4 is really acceptable for a residential application. Like a shower door would be 1/4, but anything that's commercial, like the front of a restaurant, or even worse, a bar, tavern, people that are clients of ours that operate those establishments, they order them by the dozen at a time because they do simply get broken. So some dimensional properties of the PULLPART 1087. Its overall length is 3 1/4. The dimension from the underside of the head to the end of the threads is 2 1/4, and that's typical because you're going to want a 1/2 inch for an 1 3/4 door and 1/2 inch threaded into the exterior. Then what's going to project on the outside, of course, is going to be about that 15/16 or so that your interior handle will fit over. You run the screw, that'll be that. Now, I would argue that a 3/8 bolt like this really ought to be, it's 3/8/16 by the way, really ought to be like 2 set screws. Maybe a longer head where you've got 2 of these preps, not my ideal, but a hole drilled and tapped top and bottom, or maybe side to side. I'd like 2 points of contact because at that point the weak spot is probably going to be that set screw against the head of that bolt. Okay, just my opinion based on what I actually see in terms of this material being ordered. This is used for the 8100, 8300, 9100, and 9266 series pulls. There is a link below this video to a document called Cut Sheet, perhaps is what it's called, and that is a 2-page document that shows you what the N mount looks like on page 1. Back-to-back mounting is obviously what it's for. 3/8, 16, 3/8 diameter, 16 threads per inch, 2 bolts, set screws. Obviously, if you have a door thickness greater than 1 1/4, 1 3/4, or thinner than 1 3/4, that stuff will certainly have to be ordered from the factory. And this is literally, this part number means an 1 3/4 thick door, but they're IVES, so they can certainly manufacture it. Okay, page 2 of that document literally just shows what it looks like in a typical installation. So you have to be doing a back-to-back mount. When you look at page 2, you're going to see the common end and the free end. The common end is the N. That's where those 2 handles go back to back. The free ends are the O mount or the standard mount that would be there for your application. But when you've got back-to-back, heavy-duty, 1 3/4 thick doors, this would be the replacement bolt package. Any questions on the IVES? PULLPART.1087 replacement N mounting, heavy-duty 3/8 by 16, 3/8/16 bolts, or any other IVES product, feel free to reach out to us. There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the IVES products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. Thank you very much.